Here is the long-awaited tutorial on how to do a hexagon. I'd just like to say that this tutorial is not beginner friendly, so if you don't know what you're doing, then I don't recommend this. Okay, so you want to start with a slip knot and do not tighten it. Then you want to chain 2, and then in that space that's left, you want to do 6 half double crochets. So yarn over, insert the hook, and then do that. I'm just going to speed it up. Yeah, and then at the end of that stitch, maybe tighten your magic circle and then do a slip knot in the chain 2. Then chain 2, turn over your work. Then in the next available stitch, you want to do a half double crochet increase. I think that's what it's called. So basically just 2 half double crochets in one stitch space. You can use these hexagons for anything. I'm personally making a tote bag, so quite a few hexagons are required. So I'm just making them and stitching them together with yarn. You can use, there's a lot of different methods of stitching. And then here I'm coming too close to the end, so you want to slip knot into the first 2 chains, and then you want to chain 2 again. Now turn it over, and then in the next available stitch you want to do 3 half double crochets. So you're going to want 6 clusters of 3 half double crochets, and then 6 just a singular half double crochet. So 24 stitches, and then obviously the first 2 chains don't count. Well, in this case they don't count. They usually do count, but in this case they don't count. I'm just going to speed it up again. They take about maybe 15 minutes to make. They're not very hard to make. And then when you get to the first stitch, obviously do a slip knot again, and then chain 2. And do not use any double crochets, otherwise it will mess up your work and you want it to be half double crochets. Then in that stitch, there, you want to do a slip knot, and then obviously your 2 chains. So about now, your hexagon should be looking like this. Not really hexagonish, but still looking a bit like a hexagon. Then in the next available stitch, you want to do a cluster of 3 double crochets. And then you want to do 1 singular, 2 singular, 3 singular, and then a cluster of 3 double crochets. Then 1, 2, 3 singular. So that's how it should be looking right now. And I'm going to speed it up. Again, it's pretty easy actually. It's not too difficult. So you just want to continue doing 3 half double crochets and then 1 cluster of 3 half double crochets. So it should total quite a bit. And then you want to do your last half double crochet, and then here it's looking nice, and then you want to get your hook in the first chain. Oop. And then you want to do your slip knot. So when I cut my threads, I like to leave a little bit of a tail for stitching purposes. So here I'm leaving a tail and I'm cutting off some thread or yarn. And then I pull it out. I mean, that's just how I knot it. You can knot it in many different ways. And I'm going to deal with the tails later, but obviously you can weave it in if you want to. I'm just going to get some thread and then join the hexagon on, and it makes a tessellating pattern, so every corner will join up with every corner. Next tutorial I'm going to show you how to make half hexagons. So it will go there, and then there'll be a hexagon there. There's a space there for another hexagon, or another half hexagon if that's where you want to finish.